the array method. Okay. So what is an array? Anybody remember what is an array? Okay, we don't know what is array, right? Let us go and write it. So I want to store student marks. Okay, how many, like we have done the average, percentage, something like this, right? Now we want to do the same average. So let us try to do the student average. Okay, so I'm going to remove all these things. Let subject 1, okay, sub 1 is equal to 55. Something I want to do some subjects. Okay, how many subjects will be there for a student? 6 subjects will be there. Okay, I want to store the 6 subject values. So how many variables I should take care? 6 subjects, correct, right? Okay, for storing one single person marks, how many variables we are taking here? 6 variables. Suppose I want to take this in a section, 30 members are there. How many variables I should take? 30 into 6, how much? 180 variable. For one person, 6 variables. For 30 members, 30 into 60, 180. Suppose in one college, there are 1000 students are there. How many variables? It will be like 1000 into 6000 variables. So entire your line will be, programs will be with the variables only. Okay. To solve this problem, we have a next concept called array. Okay. So what is the concept name of array? So array, using the array, we can store the multiple values. When we'll go for array means whenever we want to store multiple values, then only we'll go for a array. If you want to store a single value, please use the normal variables. Okay, so array is a like another data type, and we are going to discuss about it. Okay, it is not the primitive data type, it is an object type. Okay, so let us go on write how to write the array. So any variable, okay, type can be anything, but we have to declare with the let constant var only. Okay, I will say marks is equal to something. I'll write like this. Okay, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. So here what is the thing, we instead of now earlier how many variables we are taking? Subject 1, 1, 2, 3, right? I am going to remove all these things. Instead of here, I am going to store directly like this. Okay, so first subject 55, second subject 90, third subject some 78, something like this. Okay, now how many variables I took here? This is the student 1 marks. Okay, let me write the student 1 marks. Okay, something like this. So here we can print the console dot log of student. So what is the output we are going to get it here? 55, 90, and this is the same output we are going to get it. Okay, so now what is the advantage? Suppose we want to store the 1000. How many variables we are going to create? Only 1000 variables, not more than that. Okay, so whenever you want to store multiple values, then only you should go for a array. You want to store only single value, then don't go for the array. That is clear, right? Okay, so here, if you see here, we can create an array with these symbols. Okay, this empty code. So these brackets are called array brackets. Okay, something like this I can write it. So here, how many elements are there inside it? I am not writing any elements. So this is a declaration. Okay, this is a declaration, and while declaring itself, I can provide any elements. Suppose I marks is there 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma, something like this I can provide it. Okay, sometimes I, while declaring, I don't know how to create it, and what we want to do, sometimes I want to take input from user and I want to add it. Okay, then I cannot add it directly like that. So that is the reason I have to use some methods. Okay, so first, array is a index based data structure. Okay, array is a index based data structure. This means whenever we are going to use an array, internally it is going to use the some sequential data structure, something like this. Okay, so here this is nothing but so index will start with the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, suppose here I am, how many elements I am having it? 4, 5, 6. How many total length? How many elements? 6. So the total elements are 6. But what is the maximum length I am having it? 5. Okay, always your index will be less than your length. Okay, suppose my index is, my maximum index is 3. How many elements I can store it? 4 only. Okay, simple. So if your length is 6, your index will be 5. If your index is, maximum index is 3, your length will be 4. That is it. Okay, so now I want to store, I want to print one by one. Okay, so first I want to store one value, right? So to store it, what we can do, I can say what is my variable name? Student 1. Okay, student 1 of array. Okay, 0, 0 is equal to something like this. So this is called assignment. Okay, I am going to place at what element I am writing here? 0. This 0 is nothing but index. Okay, so internally it will go here and it will add a 55 in the first box. Okay, that is this meaning. Suppose I want to store the second box, I want to store the 20. Okay, suppose in second box means what is the second index? I want to write a 1 only, not 2. Okay, so I will write like a 90 something. So I can go here and now tell me what is the second box value? 90. Okay, suppose I want to store the third value. Tell me how to do it. Student 1 of 2. Okay, 2 is equal something. So here now tell me what we are going to do here. Here we are going to store a 78 something like this. Okay, like this it will keep on. We can insert any number of elements into the array. Okay, so this is how we can add any values to the array. So everybody clear, right? So either I can declare directly here 5 comma 55 comma something like this, or I can provide it one by one also. Okay, so now I want to print this values first. Okay, let's go and write it. So reveal in the explorer. Okay, let us print it. Okay, inspect, and you can see here console. Okay, so what is the array? It is printing a array of 3. This is not your output. No, it is saying you are printing an array. Inside the array there are 3 elements are there. See, what is the 0 index? What is having it? 55. First index 90. Second index, and what is the length property? 3. Something like this. Okay, we can print, but I don't want to print like this. I want to print one by one. Okay, I want to print a one by one. So something like this, what I can do, whenever you are accessing also, I can do like this. Okay, I can do like this. Console dot log of. Okay, I want to print only 0th element. Then I can write like a student of 0. Of 0 means whatever the value currently we are having it, that value will return. Okay, suppose how many elements we have stored so far? So far how many elements we have stored? 3 elements. Okay, suppose what if I am going to store 5? Suppose if I am trying to store the 5th element, then what will happen? If we go to the data structure, there is no element inside the there is no element like no value inside the 5 and something, right? So whenever there is no value, if you are trying to access it, it is going to get a undefined. Okay, undefined, because in that index we did not place any value. That is the reason we are going to get a undefined. Let us save it and print it. Okay, what is the first value? 55, and next undefined. You understood, right? Whenever you want to store any value, you can store array of 0 is equal to something and some like this. Okay, this is called it will directly replace. Suppose now what I am going to do, by initially I am going to write a 10 comma 20 comma 30. Okay, how many elements I have added? 3 elements. Okay, so internally whenever you are going to do like this, it is going to create one array. Okay, within that array it is going to create a 10 and 20 and 30. Okay, so this line will do like this. After that, what I am trying to do, I am going to replace this 0 element with what value? 55. So internally it will go, it will erase this 10 and it will add a 55. Okay, what is the current value then? 55, not the 10. Okay, and again I am going to replace with a 1 with 90. So now what will happen? This 20 will go, 90 will come here. Okay, and the last one 2. So this 30 will go, again I will write a 78. So whenever you are printing output, what is the output you are going to for 0? 55. Okay, and what is the element for 5? Undefined, something like this. Okay, so like this it is going to print the output. Let us try to do it. Okay, 55 and something. Suppose what if I am not overriding like this? So by default I am giving 10, 20, 30, right? I am not changing any value for 10, but I am trying to change value for 1 and 2. So now tell me, if I am going to print 0, what is the value it's going to print it? 10 or 55? 10 only, because we are not changing any value. So that is the reason it's going to print a 10. So let us reload the page. Okay, something like this. Okay, so this is a general one. Okay, so here you can directly add like a arrays and something like this. Suppose I want to print how many elements are there inside the array. Okay, then we can use a property called dot length property. Same length we can use in the string also. Okay, here also we can use a length. So it is the length is 3. So if length is 3, what is the maximum index? Maximum index 2 only. Okay, length minus 1. So in interview they are asking like this. they have a 10, 20, 30. What is the biggest element here? You tell me. 30. 30 is available in which place? Last index. I want to print the last index value. Tell me how you are going to print it. Student. Okay. Student of 3. 3 or 2? 2 something. Okay. Let us try it. So if you are going to do like this, you are going to get, you got the output correct, right? Now I'll go and add a 78. Now tell me whether your program is going to work out or it's not going to work out. Earlier you are saying student of 2, that is the reason it is printed last. But now same output will come, or what is the output you are going to get it? Your expectation is 90, but what is the output you are going to get it? 30 only. Correct, right? That is the reason you should never write like this for to get the last element. Okay. If you want to get the last element, what is the length minus 1? So just write a student bracket. Inside the bracket, write like a student dot length. So what you are going to get it a total length, and we need to reduce one, right? So that is the reason minus 1. So you are going to get the last element. So what is the last element? 90. So now you try to change it here. Let us see what is the output. I have removed it one. Okay. Even though I have removed it, it is going to print the last element only. It is not going to change it. Okay. That is the reason whenever you want to print any last element, what is the technique you should use it? Array of length minus 1. Don't use a length of 1, length of 2. Don't believe that. Okay. Because we don't know how many elements is going to there inside the array. That is the reason don't ever use that index base 0, 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay. Okay. So this is a normal one. Okay. So far now we have discussed a normal thing. Now there are some methods are there. Okay. Beautiful methods are there. If you know these methods, you can do anything over there. Okay. So let us learn one by one. Okay. So there is a method called adding. Suppose I want to add a new element. Here you tell me this is adding or replacing. This is a replacing. Okay. I don't want to replace any value. Whatever the values are there, let them have it. And I want to add a new values. Okay. Clear? Now what I want to add a new values. That is the reason I am going to write like a student one dot. There is a method called push. Okay. Push. Okay. So now whenever, what is the method name? Push method. Okay. So whenever you are going to add any element in the push method, it is going to add in the last. Okay. It is going to add in the last. So let us see the output. Okay. So where it is adding it? 100 last. Okay. Where you will use it. Okay. Where you will use. Suppose what will happen? Sometimes you are going to write the something. Okay. Scans. This is just an example only. Okay. So here I'm going to select one button, and I'm going to select another one. Okay. 25. If I'm going selecting a 25, where it is adding, first or last? Last. Okay. If you want such behavior, what is the method you should use it? What is the method? Push method. Okay. If you want to add it any element in the last, then what is the method? Push method. Clear, right? It will just add, it will not replace, it will just add in the last element. Okay. That's fine. Suppose I don't want in the last, I want to add in the first. Okay. I want to add in the first. Okay. If you want to add it in the first, there is a method called unshift. Okay. What is the method name? Unshift. Okay. Just to use it instead of push method, use a unshift method. So what is the expected output now? 100, 10, 20, something like this. Okay. Let's check the output. See, 100, something like this. If you want to add in the last, push method, first unshift method. Okay. Now there is a center part. I want to add it in the second place. I don't want to replace. I want to add it. I want to add it. If you want to add it in any other place, like first, second, last, any place, then we have to go for a next method called splice. What is the method name? Splice. This is not a slice. This is a splice. Okay, different. Let us use it. So when we will go for here, whenever I want to add it in a middle, or I want to add it in the last some place. Okay, then I will go here. Let us go and do it. So now, okay, I'm going to remove this one. Okay, what is the next method? Splice. Okay, splice. So this splice, by default, it will take the 3 arguments. Okay, 3 arguments. Let me write it. Okay, so let me explain. This slice will take the mainly 3 arguments. Okay, first, in which index you want to add it. Which index I want to add it? After 10, I want to add it. I don't want to add in the first, I want to add in the second place. Okay. So this is a 0 index. This is a first index. So now I want to add which index? 1. Okay, comma. Second argument is a delete count. How many elements we want to delete it? I don't want to delete anything. Whatever it is there, I want to keep it. Okay, so that is the reason I will keep a 0. Okay, and the last one, what is the element you want to add it? 100. Okay, what is the element we want to add it? 100. Let us save it and reload the program. So where is 100 is added? Something. Suppose I don't want in the center, I want after the this 30. Okay, I want to offer this 30. Tell me what is the index 30? 0, 1, 2. Okay, and this is 3, right? I want to go with the 3 element. Okay, let us go and do it. Okay, added, right? After 30 it is added, right? Something like this. Now tell me, if you want in the middle, which method you can use it? Splice. If you want to add in the starting place, which method I can use it? Unshift. If you want to add in the last, what is the method I can use it? Push method. Okay, I want to use the splice method, but I want to add it in the first place. Is it possible or not possible? How to possible? Just to write a 0. What will happen if you are writing 0? It is going to add in the 0th place. So now using the splice method, you can add it in the first place, you can add in the last place, you can add in the middle. Now tell me which is powerful? Splice is a powerful. Okay, that is okay. So let us go for the next method. We will have some programs for this one. Okay, suppose now there is a simple program will write it. I will ask user, hey user, enter your subject mark, something like this. I will ask user. Okay, and he want to enter the marks, and I want to store into array. Okay, do you know how to take one element from user, right? How to take element from user? Prompt. Okay, so enter your, I will say, enter your subject one, enter your subject one marks, something. Okay, okay. So now I have to store in one variable, right? So which one variable I can say? Sub1, something like this. Okay. So but the sub1 is the integer or a string? String. If you want to convert into integer, then what is the method I should do it? I have to do it like a sub1 is equal to number, or what are the other alternative methods? %. Okay, something like this. Now I want to add this one to sub1. So what is the method I can use it? I want to add in the last. What is the method I can use it? Push of sub1, something like this. Okay, so I'm going to, suppose I want to take 2 times. What I'm going to do, I am going to copy the same element and I'm going to do it like this. Okay, and I will add it again. Okay, here I can take a second variable, or what is the use of let? You can reassignment is possible or not? So same thing I am doing it here. Okay, so using the reassignment, I am going to store the second value. That's all. Okay, and let us do it. So let us reload the page. Okay, it is asking for first mark subjects. I will give 89. Okay, and it is asking for subject 2. I will give a 200. Okay, so what is the output? 89 comma 200. See, this is not in the double quotes, so this is in the number. Okay, you understood, right? Whenever you are taking input, you need to convert it, otherwise you are going to get a problem. Okay, like this I can do it like this. Okay, now suppose I want to add it in the last, I want to add it in the first only, I don't want to add in the last. Now tell me which method I can use it here. I want to take input from user, but I want to add it in the first place, and then which method I can use it? Unshift method. Okay, and here also in the bottom also unshift method, something like this. Okay, so let us try to do it. I'll give 100, I'll give 90. So what is the output, expected output? 90, 100 or 190? First I entered 100, second I entered 90. Then what is the expected output if I'm clicking OK? I'm using unshift. Unshift means what will happen? Whatever I am last adding, that will come into the first place. So which one will come first? 90 or 100? Okay, 90 and 100, something. This is okay, something like this we can write. Okay, so let's go for the next methods, removing pop. Okay, so what is a pop method? Suppose I want to remove the element, I want to remove the element, then we can go for a pop method. First let us comment this one, and again I will write it. Okay, so here I will add a 5 subjects marks, 40, 50 and 80, 90. Okay, so how many subjects are there? Suppose 4 subjects are there. I want to remove the last. If I want to add a last, then what is the method? Push. Now I want to remove the last element. Okay, so there is a method called student1.pop. What is the method name? Pop. See, you read this description, removes the last element from an array and return it. Okay, so that's one pop method. Okay, you don't need any argument. You don't need like passing 10, 20, nothing is required. Just call a pop. Automatically it will give a pop-up. Okay, let us do it. So earlier, how many elements? 4. If you see the code, how many elements? 4. So if you want to print it, I will say console dot log of something. This is the original one. Okay, I will say original means up before deleting it. So let us print it. Before deleting, 4 is there. After deleting, only something is there. So whenever you want to delete last element, what is the method name? Pop. Now I want to remove the first element. I don't want to remove the last element. I want to remove the first element. Okay. So then what is the method name? Shift method. What is the method name? Shift method. Okay. Let's go and use it. So if I am going to use this shift method, what is the expected output? You tell me. 40, 80, 90 or 40, 40, 80. Which one is a correct output? 40, 80, 90. That's all. Okay. Let's go and check the output. 40, 80, 90, something like that. Okay. Now, if I want to write a opposite method. For adding last, what is the method? Push method. For removing the last, what is the method? Pop method. If I want to add in first, what is the method? Unshift. If I want to remove it, what is the method? Shift method. Okay. There are opposite methods are there, right? Okay, that's fine. Now, I want to remove in a center element. I don't want to remove the first or last. Then I want to remove in a center element. Okay. So there is a powerful method called again splice only. Okay, splice only. Earlier we have used splice for what purpose? Adding purpose. Now we are going to use for what purpose? Removing purpose. Okay, let us see it here. Okay, now what we want to do, I want to replace the second 40 with the 50 value. Okay, which one let us forget about the replacing. Let us remove this one first. Okay, which index I want to remove it? Second index. Second or first? First index. Okay, second element and okay, so what is the method name? Splice. Okay, how many arguments splice will take it? 3. What is the first one? This is nothing but a position. Which position you want to take a action? Which position I want to take a action? First index. Okay, so first index. Second is a how many elements you want to remove it? I want to remove only one element. Okay, only one element. So whenever you are going to delete it, you are going to do like this. Third, how many elements you want to add it? I don't want to add any elements. I want to remove only. Okay. So that is the reason I will not give any value, something like this. Okay. Now after splicing it, what is the expected output we are going to get it? Can anybody tell what is our expected output here? 40, 80, 90. Okay. Let us see here. Okay. 40, 80, 90. Okay. Suppose I want to remove the last element. Now tell me what is the code I can do it? Don't do always 3, 4. Don't do that one. If I want to do last element, how to do it? Student 1 dot length minus 1. Okay. What it will do? It will remove the last element. Okay. See, 90 is removed. Always use this technique only. Don't, even though if you have one element also, don't use the 1, 0. Okay. You never know that how many elements is there inside the array. That is the reason. Okay. Now you understood, right? Same method. How many purpose we can use it? For adding, we can use it. Removing, instead of 5 methods, you can use a 1 method, powerful method. Okay, that's fine. And suppose I don't want to remove it, man. I want to replace this 40 with the 50 value. Now, what is the third operation I want to do it? Replacing. Okay, replacing. So whenever you want to replace any value, same method only. Okay. So which value you want to replace it? Second, like a first index. Okay. Let's go first. Replace means what? Existing value I have to remove it, right? How many value I want to remove it? Only 1. And what is the new value I want to replace it? 50. Okay, 50. This meaning is after this one we are going to get a 40, 50, 80, 90, because this splice will replace also. Okay. So let's go and check it here. So 40, 50, 90. Okay. Same. So the splice method is only one method, but it will perform 3 actions. You can add it, you can remove it, you can replace it. Tell me, within this 5 methods, which is most powerful? Splice only. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now we'll go for a search methods. Okay. Now we are done with the these things. Suppose what I want to do, I want to do one simple action, man. Okay. Very, very simple. Please remember, this is very, very important. Now, this is the question already I have given in a questions. Okay. I have written a one array here. Okay. Now I want to ask user, hey user, enter an index. I will remove that element. Okay, I want to take an input from user like index, and I want to remove that element. Okay, which method I should use it? Tell me. First, I will take a let index is equal to I will say number of prompt. Can I use it something like this? Okay. Okay, something. So what is this meaning is instead of writing in 2 lines, I am writing in a single line. If somebody is confused, I will explain it here. Okay, so by default we'll write like this, right? And again I need to convert this into which number? Number format. So that is the reason first I will write a number function. Okay, so surrounding this prompt I will write a number. So what will happen? First you are going to get this input, and that input will given to the number. That number will store into index. Now we got the index. Now I want to delete that one. Okay, so which method I should use it? Pop, unshift. Which method we should use it? Slice here, because if I know if you want to in first, then you no need to ask user, you enter in the index, right? If he is entering index means we want to use which method? Splice method only, not a pop or a shift method. Okay, yes. Now index, how many elements I want to remove it? One element. Okay, yes, let us try to save it. Let us reload the page again. Okay, okay, let's go and check it here. Is there any index I have created? One, student one, that is okay. Save this one, reload. Okay, so uncaught reference error, prompt is not defined. Okay, some spelling wrong. P is a capital one. Okay, let us reload the page again. Okay, that's fine. So what is the value I want to do it? How many elements maximum is there? 5 is there. I want to remove 2. 2 means which value will be removing? 0, 1, 2. So 8 is removed, right? Something like this. Now I want to remove 90. Suppose I want to ask user only. Same program I will run it again. So now this time which one I want to element? Third element. Something. Okay, this is okay. Suppose in second program, what I want to do, I want to ask user, hey user, how many elements you want to remove it? So currently he is telling from where you want to remove it. Now second program is how many elements you want to remove it? Tell me. Okay. So can we write another one more variable? I will say element count, something like this. Okay, count. So now this will say how many elements you want to remove it? I'll ask how many elements you want to remove it. Okay. Now if we say 2, now how many elements I want to remove it? 2 elements. If we say 10 elements, something like this. Okay. If it is available, it will remove it. Otherwise, it will not do anything. Okay. That's fine. Now where I need to pass this count here? Instead of 1, I have to pass a not index. Index is nothing but where you will start. And second argument is like how many you want to remove it. That I will do it. Okay. So now we are done. And again, we'll reload the page. Okay. So let us try to do it. First, I want to remove it. Okay. My index is starting 1 and I want to remove 3 elements. Okay. So my index is starting from 1 and I want to remove 3 elements. That is the reason it is removed. Something like that. Okay. You can do most powerful. Okay. Now you can add it. You can remove it. Anything is fine, right? Now we have seen dynamic also. How to add it. How to remove it also. Let us go for a next programs. Okay, so now I want to search it, my index of. I don't want to we know how to remove it, replace it, all these things we know that. Now we want to check it. Okay, I don't want. Okay, something now I want to verify it. Okay, so suppose in the student marks I want to verify. This is like a roll numbers. Think like a this is a roll numbers. Okay, I want to verify whether my roll number is there or not. This is like a exam pass list. Something like exam pass list. Okay, so inside the exam pass list you will have all your roll numbers. I will say 111, 112, some 156, something. So there are 3 student hall tick like numbers are there. Okay, if your number is inside the exam pass list, then that means you are pass, otherwise you are fail, something like. Okay, now in string we have seen one method, right? What is the method we have seen? Index of. What is the use of index of? If it is available, it will give a index. If it is not available, it will return a -1. Same technique here also, man. Okay, so I will say exam list dot index of. Okay, what is the method name? Index of. Okay, let us try to use it. And which index I want to check it? Suppose I am giving one hall ticket number, or I can take it from prompt also. You know how to take it prompt, right? Simply I can store in one variable and I can give it here itself. Now if it is available, it will return what? It will return index. I will say index. Okay, that's fine. So and I want to print that value. Okay, console dot log of index. Okay, so now 560 whether it is available or not available. Available, then it should pass. Okay, let us see here. So what is the index? It is available something. Suppose I am going to give some wrong value 5600. Is there any value something like that? No. Then what is the value it is going to return? -1. Whenever it is -1, not available. Apart from -1, any value available. Okay. This is nothing but index of. Similar to that only, right? That is okay. Okay. Now second thing I want to is a last index of. Anybody remember what is the last index of? If it is available same 2 times. Okay, 2 times. Suppose now what it will return? If it is available 2 times, it will returns the last place. Okay, this is my interview. Like this is how I am going to give a question. I will give you one array with the duplicate elements. Okay, I want to remove the last place where it is available. Okay, please listen carefully. I want to remove the element which is last available, not first place. Okay, how many times this is available? 2 times. I want to remove this 560, not the first 560. Then write a program. How you are going to do it? Simple. First use a last index of. You are going to get an index, right? Once you get an index, you know which method to remove it. What is the method? Tell me. Exam pass list dot splice method. And what is the index? Index comma 1. Why index here? You are going to find out the last value. You are going to find out the last value. So that means it will clearly delete the last element only, not the first element. You understood, right? Where you want to use the last index of? If multiple times are there, I want to remove the last element. Suppose they are asking like this. No. Wherever it is available first time, you remove it. Then what is the method I should use it? Index of. Okay. Now first you understood why we are writing this index of means using the index. Later I am going to do perform some actions. Okay. Suppose I want to remove it. I want to replace it. Sir, in that place I want to append some other element. Then we will find the index. This is the usage. Okay. Not simply identifying whether this is not available or not. That is not the purpose. Using that index, we are going to do something else, or we are going to replace some other purpose. That is use. We are going to use a index of. Okay. So let's go for next question. Okay. Last index of done and includes methods. Okay. So this includes also, you know that, right? What it include will do? If it is available, it will return a true. If it is not available, it will return a false. Suppose you want to tell like, I don't want any index. I'm not going to do splice method, nothing. I want to just, if it is available, I'm going to print one output. Not available, some other output. Then which method I should use it? Includes method. Okay. Includes method will return a true or false, not the index. It will return a what value? True or false. If it is available, true. If it is available 2 times, then what it will return? That also true only. If it is available at least 1 time, true. How many times, that doesn't matter. Okay. So let us check the output. Okay. True value. You understood, right? You need to think why they are giving 3 methods. For searching only, how many methods they are giving? 3 methods. Why? What is the purpose? One method is fine, right? So you need to think, okay, index. Something they want to do it using the index. Then we will go for a index method. They don't want to work with any index, then you can go for a include, something like. Okay. Yes. Now there is a next method. Okay. Let's go for next method. There's a next method called find method. Okay. What is the next method? Find method. And this find and find index is very, very important. Let us try to do this one. Okay. So far now, how we are written? Simply we are writing like this. Okay. So now I want to identify whether it is there or not. Find something like this. Okay. So exam list dot find method. If it is available, what it is going to return? It's going. Let us see what it is going to return. Let us see. What is the error I am getting it? If I am using a find method like this, what is the error I am getting it? 560 is not a function. Okay. So the important point here is this find method will take a one predicate function. It is not taking any argument. It is taking one predicate function. What is a function? Predicate. Predicate means either return true or false. That is nothing but a predicate. Okay. Okay. So this will take what function? Predicate function. Do you know how to write a normal function? Yes. Please write one function. I want to write one function. Function is pass. Something like this. Okay. Okay. So what is the value I'm going to do it? Something like this. Okay. So here I am going to take one argument, like you will take a B argument, right? I am going to take like a something like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I will say if A double equal to 560, what it will return ma? Here I am using a double equal to. Okay. Double equal to means comparison. Left side value is equaling with the right side value. That is nothing but a comparison. But if you are writing single equal to, then what is this meaning? You are assigning 560 into A. That is not we want. What we want, comparing you are equal, or your salary is greater or my salary is greater, something like this. Okay. So here we are going to comparing with the other person. So if both are equal, then what is going to return? True. If not equal, what it is going to return? False. That's all. Apart from this, nothing it's going to return. Okay, understood, right? If both are equal, true. Not equal, false. Something, that's all. Okay. Suppose. So now this is a function, right? So this find method is expecting a function. Okay. Now I can simply copy this function name. Don't do anything. Simply paste it here. Okay. For find method, what we have written? First, we have written a function, and I am taking one argument. You can take any name, no problem. A, B, M1, M2, object 1, object, anything, no problem at all. Okay. And you can check with the which value you want to identify. 560. That 560, I will write it here. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I am going to store it, see the result, very, very important. See the result. Now this time, what is the value? It is result. Earlier, all the methods, either it returns a index or true or false. But this find method, what it is returning? Exact value. If it is available, exact value. Suppose for a mistake, I want to check it. Okay. 5,600. Whether 5,600 is available in the array or not? No, not available. Then what it will return? -1, or what is the return? Undefined. Okay. If it is not available, undefined. If it is available, it's exact value, not index, not true or false. Exact value, whatever value is there inside that one, same value we are going to do like this. Okay. So when we will use this one, suppose I want to identify whether this value is there, and with immediate value I want to do some actions. Suppose I want to do plus 200, 300, something like this. Then I can use like a result plus 200, something like this. Okay. So if you want to get an element, after that you want to perform some action, then you can go for a find method. Suppose you want to check only whether it's available or not, you can go for a includes. And suppose once you get it, you want to replace, removing something, then you can go for a indexOf or lastIndexOf. You understood, right? So you need to use your context where which method we should use it. Okay, that's the one. So now the next method is called a findIndex method. Okay, what is the next method? findIndex. Okay. So findIndex also exactly same as a find method. Okay, findIndex also exactly same as a find method. The only difference is it will return the index position. Okay, so let us check the. So what is it is returning -1. Why it is returning -1? Because 5,600 is not available. Let us try it again with the 5. Now it is available too. Okay. Now tell me what is the difference. So in interview they will ask like this. What is the difference between find index and find method? What is the difference? Find will return the value if it is available. Else undefined. Find index will return the index if it is available. Otherwise -1. I can say find index and index of both are similar. Correct, right? Both are trying to identify the something like this. Okay, these two. So this is nothing but a normal function. So far we know how to write a normal function, right? Okay. Today I'll just give an introduction about the ES6 function, but we'll learn more about tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, after tomorrow. Okay. So this is ES6 function, right? Instead of writing these 3 lines, what I want to do, I want to shortcut my lines. I don't want to write this much 3 lines. I want to write very, very short line. Okay, what is this function name? I am saying predicate function, right? I don't want to write like this. I want to, okay. So suppose now what I'm going to do, I just cut it. Okay. So and instead of writing the name, I'm going to pass it like this. Whatever the function I'm writing, I'm simply copy paste into the argument. Okay. Are we going to get any error? No. Okay. This function is expecting a function. I'm writing my function directly inside the method argument. Okay. This is not a good practice, but let us see what is the output we are going to get. Still we are getting a index. That means we can pass it, right? So now we don't want, how many lines I'm writing here, ma? 3 lines, right? Okay. We don't want to write 3 lines. We want to go for a ES6 function. Okay. Whenever you are going for a ES6 function or arrow functions. Okay. First thing is this function is optional. You don't need to write it. Okay. Second thing, this name is optional. You don't need to write, remove it. Okay. And third thing, this brackets is there, right? How many arguments I am writing? Only one argument. Whenever only one argument is there, this brackets also optional. I don't need to write it. Okay. I am removing one by one. After that, I am writing open bracket and close bracket, right? Inside how many lines I am writing code? Only one line, not multiple line, right? Whenever only one line is there, this bracket is also optional. I am going to remove like this. Okay. And how many lines you are writing? Only one line, right? Whenever that one line is there, you no need that written also not required. Okay. And the semicolon is not required. I will remove it here. Okay. Something like this. Okay. Here I am writing a. After that, I only required is arrow symbol. Okay. See. So if I want to write same thing, how many lines I have written in the bottom? Function is pass. I have given one name and I am writing one variable name and I am writing a return as. Okay. This entire 3 lines are equal to these things. Okay. See, this is called arrow function. Okay. Very simple. We can write it very easily. First thing. So you can directly copy paste your method and first function name is optional. Remove it. And name is optional. Remove it. If you have only one argument, so you can keep the argument, that is up to you. If you want to keep argument bracket, you keep it, no problem. After the bracket, keep a open bracket. And what is the condition I want to write it? A double equal to 560. That's all. Okay. This curly braces are optional. When curly braces are optional, only one line. Suppose I want to write a console.log statement and I want to write multiple lines. In that case, I have to write a curly braces. Okay. When I have to write a curly braces, whenever I want to write multiple statements, then I need to write a curly braces. And whenever you are going to write this curly braces, please return the variable, something like this. Okay, let us write a curly braces console dot log of a, something like. Okay, see here, whenever you are going to write multiple lines only, these brackets are optional. Otherwise, if you want to write a simple purpose, let us write simplify the same line here. How to write a same line? I will comment out here. I want to go with the simple. Whenever you are writing only one argument, these brackets are optional. Okay, something like this. Okay, and whenever you are writing this brackets also optional. And don't write multiple lines. You are going to write a single line. And whenever you are writing single line, this return statement is a optional. And whenever you are writing only single, this semicolon is also optional. And this close bracket, something like. Okay, see here in the top, I am writing open bracket. This is like your exact method. The only thing is here you are going to put a arrow symbol. That is the reason we will call it as a arrow functions. Okay. Somebody is not good with this arrow functions, go and use your normal function. Nobody will ask you something. Okay. Either you can use the arrow function or you can use a normal function. If you are going to write a double equal to something like this is easier than the other one. Why you are going to write multiple lines? Okay, like this. So now I want to use a find method. I want to use it with the arrow. Okay. So let us try to identify it here. Let anybody guess? Let result is equal to exam pass list find method. What is the condition I want to do it? I want to take a one argument. Correct, right? A. Okay. This A you can keep any name, no problem at all. Okay. A. Okay. Arrow symbol. A double equal to 560. This is equal to exactly same as like this. Okay. Something. Now I have done it, and let us reload our page. Okay. So we have to identify 560. It is there, right? Simple. Okay. This is called a arrow function. Okay. Yes. Let's go for next methods. So find and find index we have done, right? Let us go for merging. Suppose I am having a two list. Okay. One is a here. Suppose there are two groups are there. Okay. In my college there is MPC and BPC is there. Okay. MPC is equal to some the students roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 something like. Okay. These are MPC batch and I have a BPC also. Okay. So this is like a 11, 12 something like this. Okay. Now there is a college function is there. I want to merge all the batches. Okay. You don't want to study combinedly, but at least participate in the for cultural events. They want to combine things. Now I want to mix A and B both. Okay. In that case, I can go for a method called concat. Okay. Concat. What is the method name? Concat. So what it will do, it will add all the elements from both arrays and it will return a new array. It will not change in the original array. It will not change in the original array. It will change. It will give a new array. So now if you want to print a new array, console dot log of, I want to print all the variables. Console dot log of MPC Okay, something. Okay, yeah. And I want to print the BPC also. Something. Okay, now I am printing. If I am adding anything in the original array, in MPC it should change. Okay, but let us print the values and see. So this is a changed and both are combined list. This is MPC list. This is the BPC list. Is there any change in the original? No. Okay, only it will return a new array. This is very, very important point. In one of the interview, one candidate, he is asking explicitly, you are calling concat method, okay, whether it will change in the original array or it will return a new array. Whenever they are asking specifically this question, student will confuse. I think it will change in the original array. Sometimes no, it will return a new array. Don't jump like this. Okay, in original array it will not change anything. It is going to return a new array only. Your original array will still be same. Okay, right. So this is the answer. Okay, so whenever you want to mix something, what is the method you can use? It a concat method. Okay, so but I want to write a BPC first after MPC. Then what method I can use it? Simply change the value BPC concat of MPC, something like this. Everybody okay with this one, right? Okay, so something. Okay, something like this. That's okay. So like this, I can let us go for a next method. Okay, every and sum is there. Okay, every and sum is there, and I want to write one program here. Okay, every is like a suppose I am my marks are there. Okay, my marks are there, and student do you know how to take a student marks? This is a student marks. Let me take it marks. Okay, and I want to enter my student marks like a 35 and 80, 90, 56, something like this, and in one subject he got 10 marks. Okay, this is marks for student, and now tell me whether he is a pass or fail. This is a marks for student like external exam only, not internal or slip test. It is a external exam, final exam, whether is a pass or fail. All marks are for 100 only, out of 100 only. Okay, not for 10, 20. So now tell me whether is a pass or fail. Why he is fail? Because he is getting 10 marks in one subject. Okay, whenever there is a 10 marks, he is a pass or fail. Definitely, if it is a fail in one subject, definitely is totally fail, right? That's all. I cannot say I fail only in one subject but I am pass. That is not correct, right? Okay, now you want to write a program whether this guy is a pass or not. Okay, something like this. Okay, so in such cases we can go for a method called every. What is the method name? Every. That means every marks which are available inside it, they should pass, otherwise it will not work out. Okay, so now I have to write like this marks. Okay, so what is the method name? Every. See, every method is what is the taking predicate. Predicate means what? A simple function which will return a true or false value. I can write a normal function or I can write a ES6 function also. Anything is fine, right? Let us use the every function. Okay, here every will take only one argument. Okay, here I am going to write like this. So inside the mark, whatever it is there, right, I can store any variable name. I can say a, fine. So since we are, what is the marks we are writing it? Marks. Okay, this is a plural. So whenever you are going to write like this, here you are going to use a singular. So in the top, what is the subject? Marks. That is the reason I am going to use a mark. So this is a first subject. If subject is greater than 35, it is going to return a one true or false value. Let us store it. Okay, letter S. Okay, and you print the output console.log of res. Okay, if he is passed for all the subjects, what is this meaning? He is checking with all the subjects. Okay, in all the subjects his mark should be 35, greater than 35, then only pass, otherwise fail. So now tell me what is the answer we are going to get it, true or false? False. Okay, let us see it. What's the answer? False. Okay, now this time he went for improvement and he got 100, but now he is pass or fail? Pass. Okay, let us see the through the program. Something like this. Okay, this suppose in one of the program they are giving like this. They are giving like a 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma minus 10, something like. Okay, they want to verify if there is in any at least one negative value, you want to return false. If all are positive value, I want to return true. Now tell me how to write a condition, if at least one negative value, marks greater than 0 or 10. Negative means what? Less than 0. Positive means greater than 0. So if any value, if all values greater than 0, it will return a true. But here, what is the value I'm giving it a -10? Then it will return a false. That is our expectation. Okay. So this is the question I have given in the last. So it will return a false. Suppose you give all positive values, 10. Now it will return a true or false? True. Okay. Something like this. Okay. This is okay. Okay. Now this is okay. So the second method is a sum method. Okay. Sum method. So in sum method, what I want to do, I have some positive values and negative values. Okay. If I am seeing any attempt, okay, any attempt, at least one guy is a positive value. I want to, okay, let him okay. I know I don't want all the values to be passed. At least one subject is pass. I'm okay with that. Okay, let you go for, suppose I am writing my 6th class exam. Okay, even though you are going to fail in 5 subjects, what they will do? You are going to send it to next class only. Something like that. Okay, at least one subject is pass. At least one subject. If he is not following all subjects, then he will fail only. Okay. Now I want to write program for this one. So now this time what I want to do? Let us write 25. 10 in one subject he got 89. Okay, now if I want to write like this, then don't go for every, we have to go for a method called sum method also will take the predicate only, man. Okay, sum method also will take the predicate only. Okay, so here what is the condition? I am writing it greater than 35. Okay, greater than 35. At least is there any one guy who is the pass for subject? Yes, who is there? 89. Okay, because of 89 this entire group will return a true. Let us try it. Let us try this one. What is the value? True value. Okay. Suppose if the 89 is also not there, is suppose is 23 only. Now tell me whether it's a pass or fail. Okay. False, because no one is passed in that group. So I don't want to do anything. Let them fail. Okay. So if you want to all pass, what is the condition? Every, at least one guy pass some. Okay. Yes. So in programs, nobody will directly ask some or every. They will give some conditions like some. Okay, I will show the programs. Okay. Suppose there is a for each method. Okay. Suppose I want to print everybody in a separate line. I don't want to print all in the same line. I want to print a separate line. Okay. Then I can go for a for each. Okay. So suppose I want to find all the total marks. I want to find a total marks. How to find a total marks? Let total is equal to 0. Okay. So here I'm going to write like a. So what is my array name? Marks dot for each. What is the variable name? Marks dot for each. Okay. This for each also will take a one function. I can write a direct function, or I can go for a A6 function. Do you know how to write A6 function? Simple. Mark arrow bracket, and don't write this open bracket and close bracket. Very simple. I want to write only one line. So what is the variable I want to write it? Total is equal. If I want to write multiple lines, open bracket, close bracket is required. Okay, that's fine. So I'll say total is equal to total plus something like this. Okay, and I want to print that output also. Console dot log of mark. I want to print it. Okay, what is the mark? Currently we are going to have it something. So here what is the method I'm using it? For each. What it will do? First it will take 25 and it will assign to mark, and now we will print the mark, and we will say total plus or equal to, we are writing right, this is equal to, like a total is equal to total plus mark. Okay, so like this we can write it. Instead of writing this this one, there is a shortcut called total is equal total plus r. So these two lines are same. Here you are writing explicitly total is equal to total plus marks. This is also internally same. Internally JavaScript will convert this into above line. Okay, that's fine. Let's go and check it. What is the output? We are going to check it. So let us see it. So first time 25, second time 10, third time 23. Now I want to print the total. Don't print the total inside the for each. It is going to print 10 times. How many elements? I don't know. I want to print my total only one time. Okay. Where you have to write your code? One time means console dot log of total. Okay. Total is 58, something like this. Okay. So whenever you want to iterate it and you want to perform some action, then which method you can do it? For each. Okay. Whenever you want to iterate it and doing some action for each. Okay. That's okay. Now let's go for a next method called filter method. What is the next method? Filter method. Okay. So now this is the most I can say very important method. Okay, because they will ask questions on this only. Okay, so let us write it. I want to print the array only which are greater than 10. Okay, I want to print the array which are greater than 10. I don't want remaining elements. Okay, so which are greater than 10 means who will come? 25 under 23 one, not 10. I don't want to print 10 at all. I want to print what elements are greater than 10. Okay, in such cases, I can go for a method called filter method. Okay, marks dot filter. What is the method name? Filter. See, this filter also taking what function? Predicate function. Okay, so let us write it a filter. Okay, I can write a separate function or I can write a predicate also. First, I will take a and I will write a arrow bracket. What is my condition? I want to do it a greater than 10. A greater than 10. That's all. Okay, it will not change anything in the original array. It will return a new array. So let us store in a new array. I will say clone. Clone means what? Separate a new object. Let us say console dot log of clone. Okay. So what is the original array? 3. After the clone filtering, how many elements it is there? See, suppose something like this. Okay, sometimes they will not ask like directly like this. I want to print only even numbers from this array. Okay, is there any even number in the top array? Is there any even number? Even number means what? Anybody tell me what is even number? Which are divided by 2, and if you get 0 value, that is nothing but a even number. Okay, suppose if you want to write even number program, here I can say a percentage 2 double equal to 0. This meaning is I am going to divide it with 2. After the divided by, if I am going to get a remainder 0, double equal to means what? Comparison. So this after dividing, this value is comparing with 0, that means a even number. So this total is going to return a true or false. It will return a true if it is a even number, otherwise it is a false number. Okay, so let us see what is the answer we are going to get it. See 10, 34, 30, something like. Okay, now the next interview question is I want to filter the even numbers. I want to find the sum of even numbers. I want to find the sum of even. Just now we have written one total program, right? Now can you write the same after the filter only you have to write some program. Don't write some program for marks. You should have to write some program for cloning. Okay, cloning. Okay. So let us go and do this for cloning. Okay. Let us try to this example. Okay, so let us go on to do it for the example. So already we have done this one, right? Let us try to do this. Okay, so now I want to find the sum. This is where people will confuse. First you have to filter, then you have to write a sum program. Do you know how to write a sum program? You can write like a for each. Let us write it first. Okay, clone dot for each. Okay, I can take any variable name b. Okay, open bracket. I will say total plus or equal to b, but I did not write any b variable, right? I have to write it here. Let total is equal to 0. Okay, and print the output console log of total. So what is the total we are going to get it? 10, 34, 34, how much? 68, 68 plus 10, 78. So total we come right. Something they will not directly ask, only filter. After that they want to find a total. Then you have to mix the 2 or 3 methods. That's okay. So that is okay. So let us remove here. That is okay. Now let us go for a next method. So what is the purpose of filter method? You can use any filtering purpose. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Suppose I want to, there is no, now so far, now what is the thing we have written? We have written only numbers. Now what I want to do, I want to go for strings. Okay, strings. Okay, do you know how to write a string? I will say Trinits, or I will say Sachin. Okay, something like this. I am having some members. Okay, now do you know which method is like if I want to search with the yes, if any person name is having a, I want to filter those names anywhere, no problem. Starts with is fine, ends with is fine. I don't want to care any place. If a is there, I want to print all those person names. Okay, so this is an interview question they have given for 3 years and they did not write this one. So what will happen? They will throw you out immediately. Okay, so again please listen very carefully. Now I want to print users which is having a letter. Okay, so which method I should use it? Now tell me. I will say instead of name marks, I will use a name, something like this. Okay, names dot what method? filter method. Okay, so inside the filter method, what I can take it a 6 function a. So here, what is the variable? What is my logic? I want to do it. A is nothing but a Sachin. A is nothing but a Rahul. A is nothing but a Virat. Automatically, it will come one by one. Okay. Now you need to write like a dot. You know what is the a? A is a string type. A dot. What is the method? I can check it. Ma includes. A dot includes of. What is the variable I want to check it? A, something like this. Okay, something like. So it is going to return one clone or not? Let clone, something like this. Okay. So if you are going to print this name, what is the expected output? You tell me. Sachin, yes. Because A is there, right? Okay. And Rahul, A is there. Virat, A is there. Rohit, no. Dhoni, no. Okay. So what is the expected output, ma? Sachin, Rahul, Virat. You got it right. They will not directly ask a string program. You check with the other like this. They will give an array. Inside the array, whose name is having A, you find out something like this. Okay. They will ask. Somewhere we will use in the real time. Okay. Let's go and check it. Suppose here there are names, ma. MPS, something like this. This is nothing but an array only. If you are iterating one by one like this, it will come. Now I want to filter it. Okay. Simple. What is the method I should use it? Filter method. Okay. Here I am going to write like I want to check with Sera. Okay. SCCERA. See, automatically one is coming, right? So it is going to return a new filter. That filter I will use for display purpose. Okay. I will not use this original array for any purpose. I will use this clone for display purpose. Okay. Sometimes what you want to do, you want to go with the starts with, where whoever name is starting with yes, I want to display something. Then what is the method I should use it here? Starts with, and I can write like a capital S, something like this. Okay. So now you can use it. This is not like you have to integrate. So only Sachin is there. So whatever the condition, that condition where you have to write it inside the predicate, something like this. Okay. Okay. So I will stop here, and there are some methods are there. I will go, these methods I will go tomorrow. Okay. So we have to complete some tasks, right? Okay. Let's I have okay. Let's go for simple. Create a 5 arrays with each data type. What are the data types we have learned? String, number, boolean. Okay. So apart from that, let us go with the 3 arrays. That's fine. Okay. For each data type. So that means how we are going to do like this. Let A is equal to, right, like this. One array 10, 20, 30 and print it. That's all. Second array. Okay. And duplicate it. Here you are going to write like a strings. Okay. A comma B comma like this. In third array you are going to write like boolean, true comma false comma, something like that. Is nothing but a simple program, and print the output, all the things. Okay. That is the first question. Okay. So next question, write a number array and find the minimum value. Okay. Find the minimum value. I want to find the minimum and maximum value. Okay. Suppose here there is a program is there. Let us remove here 10, 20, 30, 1, 50. What is the biggest value here? 50. What is the biggest value? 50. I want to, where the biggest value is there? Where the biggest value? Somewhere in the middle, right? If you want to get any big element, a small element, something like this, first what we will do, I will say names dot sort method. What is the method name? Sort. Okay. For today, I am going to use like this sort. Okay. So whenever you are going to use a sort, automatically these elements will be ascending in ascending order. Okay. Let us see whether this will come in ascending order or not. Coming in ascending order, not ascending order coming, right? Now they are asking what is the find the biggest number. First you do a sort. If you want to find the biggest number, where you can go? Length minus 1. That is nothing but your biggest number. Suppose they are asking a smallest number. Where you have to go? 0 index. Suppose they are asking second highest element. Length minus 2. If they want a second smallest element, 1. Correct, right? Second smallest element means 1. Something like, okay. Now you use this program. Suppose I want to find a biggest number. Simple. Names data length minus 1. That's all. It is going to print a biggest number 50. Okay. Now you write this program. Write a biggest number, like minimum number, maximum number. Everybody okay with this one, right? Okay. Let's go for take input from user and convert them into array. So I have done first time, right? You ask user, hey, user, enter first number. You add it to the push method. Again, another number. Add to the another. Again, add another. Okay. Like this, you take 3 or 4 values. 4 prompts. Okay, and you are going to add it with the something like this. Okay, after this, after you are done this one, write a sum program. I have written a total program, right? You write a for each method total is equal to total plus ARP something. So you are going to get a total, find a total. Okay, and find out the maximum, sort it and find a last index minus 1, that is okay, and find the minimum number, again sort it 0 number, that's all. Okay, okay, and here take a input from user one number and search with that number. Okay, suppose this array is there, right? I want to search 30 is there or not, what method I can use it? Includes I can use it, indexOf I can use it, something like this, right? If it is available, I want to return true. True means what? I includes same program, includes program. Okay, so that is okay, and generate a captcha code, and this is okay. So this will not target here, this is pending, don't do this one. Okay, we can do it tomorrow. And take two input from user, and how many times, like this is a normal string only, ma, this is already you have done. You take one enter like one word from user, and I want to see how many times it is available. I want to see like this, not like 1 or 3. I want to see your output like this in your console. 3 times a is available, then you can use a technique, backticks. You remember the backticks technique, right? Use a backtick technique and print output like this. Okay, yes, that is the purpose. Okay, and take two input from user and add them to the array. And okay, and okay, this is the first sentence, ma. Hello sir or madam, welcome to something like this. Okay, this is the sentence they will enter. Second line they will enter like this, sir something. You have to identify whether sir is available or not. What is the method you should use it? Not array program, string program, this one. Okay, don't think all programs are array, this is a string program. Which method you can use it? Includes method, correct, right? Include. So you have to print your output like this, sir is available, some, then you have to use a backticks. You remember, right? Backticks. Okay, okay, create below array, don't you directly take like this. Okay, and here enter a number to add an element. Suppose you ask a prompt, a is or enter an element, he will enter 250, and you will ask where you want to add this number. Again you will enter a one index, so that index you have to add it into the array. So which method you have to take it? A splice method, exactly. Okay, like this. Suppose this is an array, okay, and I want to enter the index to remove element. There are some name is there, hello world is there. I will give an index, automatically that word should remove. Again which method? Slice only, like a splice only. Okay, and suppose find the second highest element. Do you know how to find a second highest element? Length minus 2, that's all. Second smallest element, 0 1. 1 is nothing but a second lowest element. Okay, and take one in okay, this is the reverse program, don't do this one, this is not required. Okay, 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 so you do till 86, ma. Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue the remaining programs. Okay, so I'll stop the recording.